How's it going, everybody? Today we are looking at the LEGO Creator Expert Corner Garage, set number 10264 with 2,569 pieces. This set does retail for $200 US. On the front of the box, you'll see, of course, the corner garage with all of the minifigs included, a nice shot of the building itself, and the tow truck leaving the garage, as well as all of the levels lifted off to look at the interior, and a few of the dimensions of the set. On the top of the box here, you'll see the entire inventory of pieces and the scale minifig. On the side of the box here, which is unfortunately damaged, I throw away my boxes so I couldn't care less, but I know there are a lot of people in the LEGO community who would have been very, very upset about that, but I am not. But on the side of the box, you do see all of the minifigs, some accessories, the animals, and the moped. On the back of the box, as usual with the modulars, you get a very nice scene. You see the corner garage included in the set, as well as it combined with the diner and assembly square, and it is even towing the car from the diner set. You see the different layers there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see how it combines with the other modulars, for example here with the diner. And up top you'll get a nice level of, or a nice collection of scenes that you can see in the set. I'm not going to go into too much detail with those because we'll be getting to those when the build is finished. Only so much fun you can have with a box full of Lego, so let's open it up, get it built, and then get to the real fun. As we usually do, I'm going to begin with checking out the minifigures. Starting over here on the left, we do have the moped and the moped's driver. We have the 2 employees for the corner garage itself, one of them I'm guessing being the tow truck driver. We have this nice guy with a sweater. We have the vet, who I'm guessing is Dr. Jones himself. And we have the little girl who in the set is kind of visiting the vet's office with one of the animals included. I'm going to say the dog belongs to her, or you could say that the parrot is hers, or the frog, or the bunny. Either way, the set shows her as kind of being a visitor to the vet. And of course you get the dog. As we've come to expect, the minifigures do have very nice torso prints, front and back, but do not include leg or arm printing. Only 2 figures in this set do come with alternate faces, which to some might be a little disappointing, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The worker at the corner garage does have an alternate face that's a little bit more frustrated and also does not have grease on it. And then the little girl has a much sadder looking face, which is unfortunate considering she's going to the vet, so hopefully that face doesn't mean bad news. I think I'll be one of the many people who will be covering that face up and assuming that her visit to the vet is a happy one. This set does come with a tow truck. I believe it is one of only 3 modulars to come with a vehicle. I know that the diner comes with a car, a pink car, and the Palace Cinema does come with a limo, but pretty appropriate to this set, this does include a tow truck. Very nice looking build, as with all of the other modulars, especially vehicles. They are more of a timeless kind of look. It doesn't really place it in a certain time period. It's got more of a classic vibe to it. This is a bigger vehicle, so it does have doors that can open, which is pretty rare on this scale of Lego cars. Usually they're just pop the roof off and stick your minifig in. It does have mirrors, of course, grille, bars on front, headlights, tail lights, all that fun stuff. The hook and tow truck function of this is actually really nice. As you can see, it's got that kind of spiral corkscrew kind of look in the gear. And all you have to do is that little black knob on top. You just turn that and the hook goes up and down. It's a nice little feature. It works really well. And it actually makes the thing look like it functions, and it's all useful mechanics. It's not just there for show. It really works and it looks really good, and of course it is a vehicle and you can roll it around. And getting now to the actual building itself, I am a massive fan of this modular. I don't know where I would honestly rank it on the list of my other modulars, but it's definitely going to be one of my favorite sets that I own now. The gas station function of it, honestly, is one that kind of surprised me and I really enjoy more than I really thought I would. I love the look of it. It's got a nice kind of classic look. You can actually pull out the nozzle for the pump, and it does even include like a little windshield wiper in the bucket there. You have the Joe's Garage, by accident we meet. And the other sign and business in the set is the vet, and it says Dr. Jones Animal Care, no snakes, which is obviously a Indiana Jones reference. Over in the side, you get the garage door, which has a really nice function. You have this little tire up here. Give that a spin, and the door rolls up, and you can roll it back down. Works great, looks great, very, very big fan. Of course, this is a modular, so the sidewalk, as little as there is of it on this set, does match with other modulars. So the sidewalk right there, and I guess you can call it on that side and right there, but it does line up with the other modulars, so it will look good no matter how you set it up. Honestly, I might get into it on the later parts of this video, but one of my favorite parts about this set are these windows right here. The build for it is really unique. I've never seen anything like it before. It has pieces that I've never seen before, and I really, 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 really enjoy the look of it. I think it looks great, and I would have had no idea how to make this look as good as it does without this set's instructions. So bravo to the designers. And of course, this is a modular, so the sides that are meant to be pushed up against other buildings are looking a little barren, but that's come to be expected. You can't really complain about it. But compared to other modulars, this one doesn't look that bad. There is a play function, which I'll get to when I look on the interior, but just know that this is out here, so when I mention this being out here, that's where it is. You also get a back entrance to the garage, and of course you get the pins to combine this with other modulars. Before we get to the interior, let's take a look at the roof. You have a nice spot to go suntanning with a very nice umbrella and like poolside looking bed, along with a nice little flower bed and the entrance to the roof itself. These doors, of course, do open up and lead to a staircase. And of course, this is a modular, which means you can just pop everything off and it pops off very easily. You don't have to fight with it. And that's due to the fact that it's all flat pieces on top and just has a few studs for connections. Up top, you'll have the one floor that isn't a business. This is an apartment. You have the world's tiniest Lego bathroom that I have ever seen. If I can just get in there. It's just a toilet and some toilet paper. That's all you get. Enjoy. You have a rock and roll album or poster on the wall there, along with a, I'm guessing, Lego truck. You have this very prison-y looking bed. I think it's a very sad looking bed, but you know what? It matches the bathroom. You have this really adorable little kitchen. I really like the build for the oven and the burners on top for the stove, along with the little salt and pepper shakers. The oven does open up, and as you can see, there's a tray of cookies in there. And you also have this sofa and old style television, along with these very nice wall-to-wall windows with flower beds outside. Taking the apartment off, we get down to the vet office itself. Stairs going up to the apartment and down to the garage. You have the waiting room with two sofas, one bigger than the other, a little table in between, a potted flower bouquet, and a parrot on a perch there. Above the smaller sofa, you do get a fish tank with a single orange fish in there, and I think that is, I'm not very knowledgeable on Lego Friends, but I do know that it takes place in Heart Lake City, so I'm guessing that's a reference to that. And then you get a door, obviously, into the vet itself with Dr. Jones' desk, a frog in there with kind of like a heat lamp over it, along with some medicine, water, cookie. And over here you get a bunny on a, I think it's some kind of table that they use for inspecting animals and treating them. And then a kind of scary looking table over here with shears, or I'm guessing that might be like a surgical tool there. And of course a syringe. And I think, I'm pretty sure that is a little tiny build for a microscope. And finally, getting down to the titular corner garage itself, you you can get down here, and the first thing I'll show is that play feature I was talking about with this bin outside. You push that in and out, and you can actually raise or lower this lift here. Works really well. Doesn't look bad on the outside. Works really good. Looks good. Can't complain about it. Moving over to the display windows, you do have, I'm guessing that's some kind of like oil or other, I'm not a car guy. It's other, different things you can buy for your car, including a tire. With the cash register there, a really nice looking box of tools, and the little station you can use to pop the tires off of the rims or maybe put them back on. And there is the door that leads to the back entrance, the door that leads up to the vet and then the apartment, and then the front entrance right next to the cash register there. Overall, for $200, I would say you more than get your money's worth out of this set. I'm a big fan of the way it looks, and I'm very excited to show you how I integrate it into my city, as well as all the minifigs, moped, and tow truck. I'm very excited to get it put in. I'm very excited to build around, add some story to it, but all I can say is I highly recommend this set, and I'm very happy with my purchase. The look of it is very nice, and it's my first corner modular, and I would say it definitely doesn't disappoint. That's going to do it for today's video. Check out a future video to see me placing it in the city and working it in, along with my other new additions such as the bookshop modular. But yeah, that'll be coming out soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.